The only thing worse than losing your mind is finding it all over again. The film that we're going to convince you to watch is called Spider. No, it's not a movie about a spider, but rather a movie about schizophrenia and how a man translates his condition into the real world. But before anything else, there is much to talk about the director and cast of this film. It's even said that the director and cast refused to be paid just so the film, which was lacking funds, could be produced. David Croinberg, who directed the movie, is well renowned in his line of work. He was one of the principal originators of venereal horror, which explores people's fears and anxieties of body transformation. Some of his other films include Videodrome, The Fly, A History of Violence, and Eastern Promises. We may all know him as Voldemort from the Harry Potter series, but he is Ralph Fiennes, which took the role of Spider in the film. His acting made him create a character whose look could make people believe that it was the end of the world. Miranda Richardson gave us a stunning performance in the film simply because she pushed her limits as an actress and played not only two, but three interlocking roles in the movie. One of the mother, Mrs. Clegg, another of the Mistress Yvonne, and Mrs. Wilkinson, the house owner. Three very different characters by one breathtaking actress. Again, Spider is a film delving deep into the workings of a schizophrenic man. Spider is also about memory and how this aspect of the human mind can be tainted by false images and misleading scenarios. But is it worth watching? Of course it is. Here are the reasons why. Spider is a visually rich film. The setting is said to be reminiscent of impoverished, war-weary London in World War II. Colors are muted except for the bleached hair of a foul-mouthed prostitute. The film's color palette is all faded grays, greens, and browns, which gives the viewer a feel of a thick, gloomy atmosphere. When Spider is out and about, it is peculiar to see him as the only person around. The streets are always empty, and the house where he stayed nearly bare, with old furniture and crumbling wallpaper. We can see this as an enclosed world where the noise is his mind's own thoughts. We immerse ourselves in the film viewing experience, which means that viewers believe what they see in the movies. Spider goes beyond that and questions the integrity of the memories being shown. Like his name, Spider eerily creeps in his memories with the intention of recreating them in his mind. The main character, named Spider, gets his name from a fascination with spiderwebs. He weaves these webs throughout the whole story, as if plotting to capture something he alone can understand, as schizophrenic people close themselves in a world only they can understand. His webs, however, are more fatal than presumed. Terence, played by John Neville, has a small yet significant role. His presence juxtaposes two different sides of the disorder, one of extroversion, which is seen in Terence's character, and one of seclusion, of introversion, as seen in Spider's coded actions, his secrecy, and his enclosure to his own world. Again, a viewing of memory is seen in the film. Scenes where he portrays or remembers his father to be cruel and monstrous, a mother who he cared for yet did not get the treatment she deserved, a mistress who was catalyst to his hate, and a question whether what we saw was truly what happened. Spider seeks to recreate the mind of a psychologically challenged man. His thoughts, his actions, even his writing and his speech are all unclear. Spider attempts to visualize what we cannot understand. This does not mean, however, that Spider makes us understand what is in the mind of a schizophrenic man, but rather helps us understand patterns and trains of thoughts of these people who may have lost a loved one or had a traumatic experience during their childhood. The movie gives us clues to try and separate fantasy and memory. As Spider watches his young self, scenes are probably true, but when Spider recreates events he did not witness firsthand, like when his dad cheats with Yvonne,
It could be the work of his infected memory. Ultimately, we may never know how much of Spider's memories are invented.
Schizophrenia is a condition which locks the person in a moment in time where he felt most connected to. In the film, Spider too is closed in the memory of his younger days, constantly weaving webs that created comfort and security. Who is this man looking in the mirror? Is he really the same man looking, or is he an entirely different person? Spider is an amazing movie because it allows viewers to question what they thought is real.
The jigsaw puzzle is another metaphor for Spider's condition, as pieces fit in like a reconstruction of a whole jigsaw puzzle image. Unfortunately, though, when things don't fit, Spider throws it away frustrated. This is the schizophrenic man's failure to come into terms with reality, and instead a recollection of memories that have been tarnished with his own embellishments.
What we get in Spider is a mix of mystery, of documentation, a clash of memory and disorder. Truly a metaphor for one who spins webs of deceit, and whose webs have a devastating effect on the mind.